Cool. So, I wanted to talk about something that's been happening a lot in the news and in the media, and just that's been really just concerning, I guess, the last 2018. I would say 2018 has been the year of like Me Too movement. It's been the year of intersectional feminism, men's right movement, men getting out of their own way, red pill, all that stuff. And it's affected me personally a lot in my life because I live in Toronto when I'm not traveling. 40 weeks of the year I'm traveling, but the rest of the weeks of the year I live in Toronto. And have you guys heard about what happened in Toronto? No. It's been absolutely crazy, absolutely insane. There is a mass shooting or murder every 2 months in Toronto related to a men's group. It's been just insane.
It's hard to believe, but the monster who mowed down 25 pedestrians in Toronto is being hailed in the dark corners of the internet as a hero. 25-year-old Alec Manifesto called himself an incel, involuntarily celibate. It's believed he carried out the attack to exact revenge on women for rejecting him. Incredibly, there are an estimated 40,000 other incels out there. Men who communicate on Reddit and other online forums. Alec Manifesto gave his life for our future, reads one sickening post on Reddit. And this: we're mainstream now. There will only be more and more, and that fact fills me with joy. Dr. Judith Taylor is an expert on the incel phenomenon.
Right. I think it's a larger cry for help. Help! I have been forsaken. No one is paying attention to me. I will not get notoriety for anything else, so I might as well kill other people and kill myself.
Before launching his killing spree in Toronto, Manifesto posted this disturbing warning: "We will overthrow all the Chads and Stacys," names meant to symbolize guys who get all the girls and the attractive women who date them. Dr. Taylor says violence by incels is happening at an alarming rate.
It pretty much happens about every 6 months, right? It's habitual. This isn't, at what point do we start to say this isn't a random act? This is a habitual crisis.
There's been incel, which is like a group of guys who just absolutely hate women. It's like the lowest denomination of it. It's just like absolute just hate of women completely. Just want to kill as many women as possible. There's been these guys that have like went and like shot up like restaurants and stuff like that. It's just been crazy, like all kinds of different groups. And I feel like part of it is like a pushback into what's been happening in the media lately. And I think the men and the women are just pushing each other back. Now, I want to say this, of course, absolutely fucking terrible taking anybody's life. Absolutely unacceptable. No matter what a girl's done to you doesn't mean you have to take it down on a girl you don't know, or any other girl for that matter. Whatever you do to a girl doesn't mean that all men are evil. Because some guy cheated on a girl doesn't mean that you deserve to get slapped in the face in the club, right? Or have a drink thrown in your face because some other guy touched her ass and you offered to say hello to her. Like, it's all fucked up. We're all fucked up in our own way. But I've noticed it's really just gone crazy the last few months. It's calmed down now, but it was crazy a few months ago. I mean, you guys remember like the Me Too movement and stuff? Like, it was like every guy that made a pass at a girl at work was accused of sexual harassment. And I think some of those guys absolutely were guilty. I mean, I wanted to pretend the Bill Cosby thing wasn't real, but you have like 40, 50 women are like, yeah, he drugged me. It's like, after 39, after 39, there's something going on there. Maybe they're right. Maybe he did do it, right? But for every Bill Cosby, there's also like, I think two ones that were crazy. Two ones that were really, really crazy were like the John Ghomeshi in Toronto, the newscaster guy on the radio, and then he said some things about a girl that he was dating. They were seeing each other. He said some really rough sex things to her that she asked for, and then he got like fired from his job, And then there was like Ben Affleck that tried to like come to like the support of the Me Too movement, and Ben Affleck like got shamed for something he did. He's like, you guys are good with that. Like, good luck with that. Like, I'm out of here. So it's really just fucked up on both ends. So what I wanted to do is give you my opinion on Red Pill, give you my opinion on Me Too, give you my opinion on MGTOW, yeah. So I said breakdown. Just give you my opinion on all that, my thoughts on it, etc. Incel, the men's rights movement, the feminism, the intersectional feminism, etc. So I'll start off by saying this, okay? Here I go, I'm about to lose half of my audience, okay? Half of you guys are gonna say, fuck this, and leave the room and like throw your chairs, take off your RSD pins and throw them to the ground and like kick over a plant on the way out of the hotel room. But here we go. I actually consider myself like an intersectional feminist, okay? By that, what I mean is like I was raised by a single parent mom, so I loved women. I grew up like being a lover, you know? Like when I was a little younger, I was the pimp, you know? You know, like just like, I was just obsessed, right? Just like conquering every single vagina that I could. And that was last week, no, I'm just kidding. And that was a little long ago. And then I grew up a little bit, and I still had that love for women, but instead of like being the pimp, like it turned to like being like the player. And I thought it was, yeah, I'm smooth, right? Madison, smooth, AKA boss game, AKA the ladies man, right? Really smooth. And then after that, the love still continued, but now it's like an appreciation. I don't think I'm not against feminism at all, right? I actually, I think a lot of it makes sense. And there's a lot of concepts in it that make sense. Now, you gotta be very careful, because when I say the word feminism, or I say like MGTOW, it's like saying the word Donald Trump to some people. The reaction is like, just like it gets people upset, like they get livid like off of one word, right? It's like saying these words to people is like saying Republican, Democrat, or nigger. It's like a huge reaction to people, right? Even as I said like nigger, somebody's like, I don't know if I should laugh about that, right? It's like these words have a huge emotional attachment to it. So when I say these words, it's like try to not react, try to not get triggered, because that's you not even being in control of yourself. Try to not get triggered. Try to take a moment, take a step back from the trigger, breathe for a minute, realize it's making you mad for a reason. Just breathe for a second. Who knows what that fucking reason is? We'll talk about that another day. Breathe for a second, and then just go, okay, let me hear both sides of the argument. So what I try to do is I try to hear both sides of every argument in life. I try to hear the sides of like, people are like, yo, marriage is great, get married, monogamy. I try to hear the side of people that are like, don't get married, fuck the state, the woman's gonna take half your money and shit, right? I listen to both sides. If you wanna be smart at this, you gotta be able to look at both sides. The advantage to you in game is a lot about learning to understand both sides of an argument. Like, are women evil? I don't know. Some of them maybe are. Are women great? Some of them are. They're amazing because we want them. It's like, do any of you guys feel like in this room, like you kind of, it's a skewed audience, right? Certain selection of audience, but do any of you guys feel like you kind of like are mad at hot girls? Like, why do hot girls have it so easy? Like, why do hot girls just like get to skip the line at the club? Why do they get like the jobs that pay a lot because they're hot? Like, and is anybody mad at hot girls? Show of hands. Okay, like one guy, liars, fucking liars, okay? And you're like, I love all women. That's why I don't get mad ever, okay? So all you guys just love women, okay? Any of you guys in love with beautiful women? Yeah, no, we're, okay, yes, show of hands, in love with beautiful women, okay? Keep your hands up, Now I want you to take down your hand if you ever got jealous of seeing a hot girl with another guy. Oh, you guys never get, okay, thank you for your honesty. Half the room goes down, okay? Thank you for your honesty. Okay, everybody's hands down, okay? So we're conflicted on the inside. Like one part of us is like we're in love with beautiful girls. Other part of us is mad because like girls get advantages or they don't have to do game. Why do we have to do game? Stuff like that, right? So I try to look at both sides of the argument. I try to look at what women are going through, and I try to look at what dudes are going through and understand it completely. Now, that's called a nuanced point. You might have heard Owen talk about that a lot. But the better you can understand nuanced points, the better you understand women and guys. Now, I call myself like a intersectional feminist, not to be politically correct, not because I'm not fucking hardcore, or not because I don't like RSD, okay? People are like, yo, RSD is going PC, bro. It's going PC. No, we're not. We're fucking gangsters to the core. Bro, I go out with like 4 students, 3 students, 5 students, and like a camera guy and a girl, and I'm like kissing her, and I'm like, okay, you guys see what's happening here? Let me break that down for her. She's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, nobody. That's fucking gangster. You guys have challenges like keeping one girl entertained. I gotta keep the girl entertained and forgetting the 5 guys who are creepily looking, plus all the other inner circle guys who are around, plus the guys who recognize me from TV, plus her friends, and like all this shit, okay? We're fucking hardcore, we're gangster, we do all this shit, we live it, we breathe it. Nobody else does it to this extent. But at the same time, I'm like, interacting with girls so much, I realized I'm like, dude, most of these girls, like, they want to be happy, but they're just fucking not, right? Like there's this whole thing now where, like, women that are 25 to 30, they were oppressed for a really long time. They're like, I can't get equal pay. I can't get a job. I can't, men don't think I'm intelligent. I don't get promoted at work. All these things. And they were really repressed for a long time. I think women couldn't vote until 1940, is that right? Yeah, something like that. So it's an actual thing that exists. Now, the crazy part about it is I don't think that a woman-hating man solves her problems. That's why I say I support it, but I think it's kind of like misstewed, right? It's in the wrong direction. Like, okay, the statistics show that women get paid less at their work, and it's not because they're women, it's because for several different factors. For example, at some point, most women want to not be a CEO of a company because she values her friends and her social circle more. Guys are like, fuck my friends, I'll sit in this basement for 3 years and build a computer. You know what I'm saying? We're more crazy like that. Some people say it's because women don't take the dangerous jobs. Guys are gonna do things like underwater welding. You can go to Alaska and I think make $200,000 a year doing underwater welding because nobody wants to fucking do that job. You know what I'm saying? Or go working on an oil pipeline or some shit. So there's many different reasons why people say women don't make as much as men. You can go do the studies. Look at the studies. They're all available. They're all out there. Now, should they make as much as men when they do a job like a man? Absolutely. 100% make as much money as a man. But there's a lot of women that feel also like that if they were to just eliminate men from their life, it would solve their problems. And that doesn't work. No, make it. Eliminating men from your life doesn't solve the problem. It just puts a big fucking Band-Aid on it. It's like you guys saying to yourself, I want to learn outer game. And you think outer game's gonna solve your problems? It doesn't. You still gotta fix your dark inner game shit that you have going on. People say, what's more important, inner game or outer game? Both. You gotta fix both. I actually think inner game is more important than outer game. Because I can give you the same lines and techniques that I use, but if you're a dark fucking turd on the inside, you're a dark turd demon of a fucking, you live in a hell. It doesn't matter what I tell you to say, you're gonna walk up and say it, and the girl's gonna go, oh, her soul's gonna get away from him, because he's dark on the inside, okay? So there's a group of women that are, let's say feminists, that believe that if they just shut men out, their life would be better. If I just went lesbian, everything would be sweet. If I went lesbian, everything would be great. That's not actually true. Because if you look at the statistics again, go to Wikipedia, go to any fucking online thing, you'll just see this. The amount of domestic violence in the amount of domestic violence in same-sex couples is more than man and woman couples. It's actually pretty crazy. Imagine two people having a period at the same time. And no one wants to solve the problem, right? There's many other reasons. But anyway, so then you have these men groups, right? Red Pill, which I'm not an expert in any of these groups. I've just been studying them over the last year, and I'll tell you my opinion and my thoughts about them. So Red Pill is basically like it's pretty much like what you guys did when you found RSD. You're like, wait a second, I don't have to be the same forever. I can change. Like, I can be better than I was last year. All your friends are like, bro, just come drink with us, bro. Come hang out, have beers at the bar, bro. And you're like, I want to do this sober. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sober game. Just get drunk, talk to girls. You're like, I want to be sober, and that way I can remember my night, and I'll have reference experiences. And they're like, shut the fuck up, what's wrong with you? And you're like, man, you gotta snap out the Matrix, man. You're all on the blue pill. It's like Neo in the Matrix, man. There is no spoon, okay? There is no spoon. And they're like, what are you talking about? So guys usually have this thing, and they call it like coming out of the Matrix, is where they first learn about game or RSD, or social dynamics, and you learn that you can be the fucking nerd guy, which we all are, and we walk into a room, and in half an hour, the whole room loves you. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? You can walk into a room in half an hour, and the whole room loves you. You just own the fucking room. Or, imagine this. You see a table, a bunch of people sitting down at the table. You walk over to the table, and the girl who's in the middle of the table, in 15 minutes, she's like laughing at your jokes and like touching your arm and touching your chest. And when you get to that point in your game, which you all will, no doubt you'll get there, it's a very easy point to get to. You'll be like, whoa, and your mind is totally blown. You've probably seen it. Maybe you've went out with some guys that work with you, and they're like, yo, there's a cute girl over there. and you're like, haha, I'm gonna go talk to Susie. And you walk over and you leave your work buddies and you go talk to Susie. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't just go talk to her. Like, yeah, we'll talk to her. You walk over, you talk to her, and Susie in fucking like graphic design is now talking to you. She's enjoying your company, and your work guys are like, bro, that was amazing. That was the best thing I've ever seen. I remember I had a job once. I worked in sales for she was payment processing, and the vice president saw me go and like talk to a girl like during like the lunch break. He's like ranting and raving about it for like 3 days. Like, oh man, he went over to talk to this girl. Was like, what do you like? How do you just do that? Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I talk. Like, what, you just talk? I'm like, yeah, just chatting to chicks. You what? Right? Because these guys are still living in the matrix. And as you get more involved in what we teach you in the culture of RSD and stuff like boss and grown ass man game, character-based pickup, you learn it's possible to change your life. And that's crazy because a lot of people don't believe that it's possible to change your life. So the challenge that I have, first of all, with Red Pill, the idea is that wake up, man, get woke. As the rappers say these days, get woke. Wake up, man. The world is running you. There's corporations and there's banks and they're fucking running you. They own everything. Wake up, man. You don't own anything. Did you know that the government can come and take your house? It's called martial law, man. Wake up. Read the facts. You don't even own your money. Look at it. It says owned by the government of Canada or owned by the government of the United States. You don't even own your own money. You don't own yourself. The government can come here and take your passport. That's actually true. I've had my passport taken by the government before, and it's like, I thought I had freedom. I thought we lived for freedom. I thought we died for freedom. In wars, no, you're not free. Even in a free country, you're not free, okay? So all this stuff was like just insane, and it's like, wake up, get woke to the fact. You think girls respond to looks and money? It's not all looks and money. You can actually like pump their states and their emotions and get them to like you because of how you make them feel. And when you learn all this stuff, you're like, whoa, it's amazing. But the challenge I have with the Red Pill is just wake up. It's not about being proactive. It's not about doing something. It's about waking up, but you got to do something afterwards, right? Now the challenge I have also with like the incel thing, that's kind of like another movement where it's like they're pissed off, They're pissed off at women. And dude, we're all pissed off, man. We're all pissed off. I'm so fortunate to be in this room. I could have been dead by now. Like legit, no bullshit, I could have been dead. Bro, I could have been dead. There's some RSD instructors that have tried to like kill themselves in the past, I won't speak about them because it's a personal thing. They can speak about it in their own time, and they have talked about it publicly. They were like depressed or suicidal. All of us were depressed at one point. I never got to the point where like I took a pill or I bought a razor blade or anything like that. But I remember like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Girls hate me. I have no female intimacy in my life. What the fuck am I gonna do? And I made a decision to do something. Guys asked me, yo, Madison, how did you get to instructor level game? Bro, I didn't have a choice. That question doesn't even make sense to me. I had no choice. It was that or death. It was get female intimacy or get death. Improve or end it. Because there's no hope in sight. There was no hope in sight. There was zero hope. There was nothing. I did everything, bro. Everything didn't work. I got a house. My first house I got when I was 24. It was a duplex with a basement. First house, 24 years old. Didn't work. I had several cars. I had an Acura TL. I think it was a 3.5 or 3.2 leather seat, champagne color. Didn't work. Did the music stuff. It worked for an extent, but I got like the wrong girls. I did everything society told me, everything I was supposed to do. When I was in school, I had a crush on my best friend, right? I'm friend zoned. I buy her flowers. Garbage, right? When I was also in school, there would be these girls that I loved. Like I was just like adored them. They were so fucking cute. Like the girls were the popular girls, and I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, I had a little money for my lunch, and I was like, hey, I'll buy you that beef patty. These have these beef patties at lunch, and they sell them in brown paper bags. You guys know what's up if you're if you're like Indian or whatever. You fucking know what's up. The beef patties, right? Or you're from the Caribbean. Beef patties, brown paper bags. They used to sell them for $1. And I like go around buying these girls beef patties. They'd be like, come to me for money. Hey, what's up? Hi, how you doing? I like your Tommy Hilfiger sweater. That was a shit back then. I like your Tommy Hilfiger sweater. Do you have any money for beef patty? I'm like, sure, yeah. Beef patty. Okay, bye. And they go and like, hey, I got a beef patty off of him. What you do is you go over there and you rub his arm. He gives you what you want. Like girls were fucking conspiring, like take advantage of me and shit. It was crazy. I tried everything, bro. I did everything I was supposed to do. Tried to be on track, tried to be popular, tried to put myself out there. I remember once, this is fucking horrible, once I stole my mom's credit card, and this was like when I was like 14 or something, or 16. I don't even know how I got away with this. They didn't have like security on credit cards back then. But I bought like a $110 Ralph Lauren polo shirt because I thought it would make me attractive. And all the cool kids in school bought Ralph Lauren shirts. $110. Now back when I was 14, that means this shirt was worth like $210 in today's money or some shit like that. I got it from the Bay. Okay, the Bay is always fucking overpriced, right? $110, which is like, or 120, which is like 210 right now. Bought this shirt because I thought girls liked it. I wanted to make them happy. Brought the girls all, like wrote these girls in my school poems. I used to call myself Kruger Van Dien. I thought it was like a poem name. I go on the internet, look at stuff, make poems for these girls, print it out on the old printer, the ribbon printer. Go, you know the printer, the paper where you have to tear the holes off the side of it? That's what I'm talking about, bro. I was committed, bro. I was committed, like everything. I called girls on the phone. So back in the, you motherfuckers don't even know. Back, like now you call a girl, you just get her a cell phone. Back in the day when you wanted to talk to a girl, you would call her house. And who picks up? Her dad. And you have to get through her fucking dad to get her on the phone. We had balls back then. We had balls. Like, hey, what's up? Hi, hey, Mr. I almost said the real name too. Hey, Mr. Johnson, is Nancy home? Yeah, it's Madison. Yeah, I just wanted to call and talk to her for a bit. Is she available? Oh, she's doing her homework? I'll call back in 20 minutes. Hello, Mr. Johnson, is Nancy available? Okay, yeah, great. Man, we were fucking ball, like we had no choice, bro. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, hey, it's Madison from class. You know, yeah, hey, class was funny today, wasn't it? Or some bullshit, right? Now you just fucking text girls. I'm like the old, like, bitter man. I'm like, how easy it is now. When guys are like, I had to call. I'm like, motherfucker, I had to talk to her dad. I had to talk to her dad back in the day. You guys are afraid of calling? So I understand what it's like to be put down and ashamed of and sad when it comes to getting a girl. But quitting and being an incel is not the solution. Like just quitting, like, fuck it, I'm checking out. Boom. That's not a solution, bro. I was there. And I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. But I had to, because giving up was not an option, right? Like I had like 20, 30, 40, 50 years of my life left. I'm like, giving up is not an option. I gotta do something about this. I gotta take this seriously. So what did I do? I learned about pickup. First what I did is I went and I read poems on the internet. I'm like, poems have been working for Casanova and Don Juan for centuries. This is a great idea. I went and read poems, got embarrassed for like six months because it's my bag, because I reused one poem for two girls in the school, and they ended up comparing notes, and like, he give you that poem? Yeah. Did he give you that poem too? Yeah. And I was just fucking embarrassed. I was like hiding in class for the rest of like the fucking year. But I had to try something, right? And then I learned about game, and I embarrassed myself in my neighborhood, at the cafes in my neighborhood. I lost a lot of friends. Some guys are like, yo, I don't want to learn game because I'm going to lose my friends. Bro, I lost my friends. My friends would come over and I didn't smoke weed, so they go and they smoke weed like in the alley, and they tell jokes and smoke weed for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and I would be there alone, sitting there reading the fucking game by myself, and my friends were like, yo, he's getting kind of weird. Don't hang out with him. He's being weird. And you guys will all be weird too. It's going to happen. You're going to go through what's called the hat phase. Do you know what the hat phase is? Okay. The hat phase is kind of like when you get a haircut. Then you've gotten a haircut about 2 months ago, and you're about due for a haircut, but you don't have the chance to get one. So your hair starts to grow, and it's like this weird length where it's not like haircut phase, and it's not like ready for a haircut, it's like in between. So what do? You just put a hat on that bitch. Put a hat on your head because you're like, damn, this looks weird. I just covering it up. You know, it's like you're not like completely like haircut, you're not completely like ready for a new one. So hat phase. And you guys are all going to go through that hat phase. If you're not there already, you're going to go through it, where you put on a new personality, you're not ready to be the cool guy yet. You're stuck living in like who you were before. Like it's kind of like who you've been your whole life, who your parents have told you to be. And this transitioning like in between this new person that you're trying to be, this new you that you're trying to be, where like you're trying to be this cool, like small, suave, intelligent, socially calibrated guy. And it's going to be weird. it's gonna seem fucking strange to everybody. They're all gonna look at you. They're all gonna point at you. They're gonna laugh at you, but at least you're doing something. I went through that phase, and there's so much happiness for you on the other side of that phase. You have no idea. It'll blow your mind. And along that phase, it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna get some successes along the way. You're gonna have some victories along the way. You're gonna have some girls that are kind of nice. You're gonna have some adventures. You're gonna meet cool friends. Some of my best friends that I have right now are all from pickup and self-development. So all my friends, my little circle, I have an inner circle of like 6 or 7 guys, they all got into Bitcoin 8 years ago. Out of my past 7 wingmen, 6 of them are millionaires. They all got into it early. You know what I'm saying? So that would have never happened if we weren't in pickup. We didn't have our little weird group of guys going out to the club and everybody thought we were stupid. They're all millionaires. I'm not a millionaire, but I've sold $1 million. So I'm all right, doing all right. You know, but that would not have happened unless we all risked getting embarrassing in ourselves. We actually thought there was a pickup between Bitcoin and pickup. There's a correlation between it. We realized it because you have to be cutting edge, you have to be willing to take a risk, and have to be looking for advantages. So I asked one of my guys, he has about 4 or 5 million Bitcoin right now. I asked him, I'm like, my old wingman, I asked him, yo, why do you think you got into pickup? He's like, oh dude, pickup was amazing because I realized that I can create an advantage for myself. I realized that I can like skip ahead. I realized that I can take an opportunity and double and triple my opportunity. And that's why I did Bitcoin. I'm like, yeah, makes perfect sense, right? So you're gonna meet some amazing guys along the way. You'll lose some friends, that's okay. You'll make better friends. But the idea of going incel and just giving up, that's a pussy way out. That's a pussy way out. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. That's the easy way out. That's like just just quitting is like being one of those girls who's like you go on Tinder and you say like, no, fuck boys. If you're not 6'2" and you're rich and you're educated and you're smart, I don't even want to talk to you. Just swipe left. If I super liked you, it was probably by accident. It's like giving up. You don't want to be bitter, because that's what you sound like. If you go that way, like the incel guys, you sound like that girl who's just bitter. And she's like, why can't I find a man? It's because you're just bitter. You're just angry at girls. You can't be angry at them. If you're angry at them, you can't have what you want. Life is weird in that way. It's really weird. Think about it. I was talking to a bootcamp student about this yesterday. If you're angry at something, you can't have what you want. I think we were talking about dudes. So we were talking about dudes with neck tattoos, right? So he's telling me, he's like, yo, I fucking hate guys at the club that have neck tattoos because they're always like arrogant and they're like, you know, just douchebags and they have like the hottest girls. And every girl I fucking like left me for a guy with a neck tattoo. So I was like, yo, we're gonna go get neck tattoos for boot camp. We're actually looking for them. Jesse's looking for like stick-on. He found a good company. We're trying to get them ordered by tomorrow. Neck tattoos, we're gonna go to the club with them. It'll be fun. But the idea is like, okay, so if you're angry at guys that have neck tattoos because they're douchebags, what do they have? What do guys that have neck tattoos have besides a tattoo?
White sunglasses.
White sunglasses. White sunglasses, that's true. But what do they have that you want?
Girls.
Girls. They have girls. So if you're mad at the guy that has a neck tattoo and he has what you want, which is the girls, how likely are you to get the girl then? Your chances go down to almost 0 because you're mad at what produces the result. You hate what produces the result. If you hate what produces the result, you can't get the result, right? Now, you don't have to get a neck tattoo. You don't have to. I recommend all of you do. I'm kidding. You don't have to. But what you could do, at the very least, is learn from the guy that has a neck tattoo. Learn from his qualities, attributes, the way he interacts with the girl. Don't be him, but learn from him. And if you learn from him and you appreciated him for what he was, maybe you can get that girl. And maybe you can treat her better, the neck tattoo guy, right? So it's the same way with game. You can't be like, yo, I hate hot girls. I'm just gonna fucking quit. If you just hate hot girls and you quit, first of all, you're dead. And secondly, you don't reproduce. And third of all, you don't get the hot girls because you're mad at them. You cannot be mad at the woman. You have to appreciate the woman that you want. Be excited about them, love them. You know, even fucking save them from their Botox at 30 shit and all this, like save them from that. Like, I know it's like, don't save her, she don't want to be saved, but try to save her, okay? I know she doesn't want to, but try. So then there's this other group, right? There's like the other group is like the men's rights movement. And I think it's a little bit better. I think it's a little bit better because this is guys who are like, all right, everything sucks. I want to understand it. Everything sucks, and I want to get a little bit better. Like we have to have equal rights for men. Okay, equal rights. I don't even know what that fucking means. Like equal rights. I don't know. I think most people don't have equal rights. I mean, you fucking go to like Palestine, you don't have equal rights. You fucking go to like, if you were from Czech Republic until 1983 or 84, you couldn't leave your own country because it was communist. And they were like trying to imitate Russia. Like who knows the fuck equal rights even is? Like, as I said before, dude, you have a passport, but the government can take your passport. They've taken my passport before, and I wasn't free. I'm in Canada, but I'm not free. You're in Canada, but you can't leave. Are you really free? No. Why? Could be over taxes or some bullshit, right? So what is freedom anyways, or equal rights? I don't know. But the men's rights movement is a little bit better because at least they're like, okay, let me be active. Let me try to like change my life. Let me get out there. Let me make some changes in the world. Let me try to learn what I can. Let me use my voice. Let me use my voice and be active about it. Cool, I appreciate that. You know, even a little bit better than that is the activist is cool, and then you have like MGTOW, men getting out of their own way. Now, I love all these things. I've read a lot of these books, like, or I've checked them out, like, what's it called? Yeah, the Tomasi one. What's it called? The Rational Male and all this shit. I've checked all these things, and those are pretty cool. I mean, the idea is like, wake up. You know, if you also read like Sex at Dawn, or you read like The Red Queen, or like any of these like books that are like, and then the female spider eats the male spider, and then she consumes the male and like feeds her to the children. You're like, oh shit, damn. Nature is fucking cruel, man. I mean, I went to Australia like 2 months ago, and I went to the zoo and I saw Tasmanian devils, and there's this guy who's talking. He's like, yeah, you know, the Tasmanian devil, it's a great animal. The mother, after she gives birth to the litter, not all of them survive, not all of them are well. So before they're dead, when she's alive, she'll lick them up and eat her babies for nutrients. Anyways, I'm like, damn, the world is a cold place. The world is a dark, dark, cold place. I was like picturing the Tasmanian devil from like the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny commercials, like cartoons. And it's like, damn, it's like the Tasmanian devil eats its babies. So I like the guys are at least trying to get better because the world's a cold place, but the thing is like these books like Rational Male, stuff like that, it's just kind of dark. Like you gotta be careful when you read this stuff. Like you read it and you're just like, the world's a cold place. Everybody's out to get me. Nothing matters. Hypergamy. The world's a cold place. The girls will fuck whoever the alpha male is. Getting married is all about your status and the ability to protect a woman. It's all an upgrade. She'll leave you. She'll cheat with you. Oh, the guy that's more violent, more aggressive. And then where does that get you?
Nowhere.
Well, why does it get you nowhere?
Because you're thinking about stuff that's irrelevant.
You're thinking about the negative.
Yeah, exactly, because you're thinking about the negative. You're thinking about what you don't like. You're thinking about what you hate, which is just like the guy with the armband the neck tattoo, right? I fucking hate the guy with the neck tattoo. Well, you can't get the girl then that he has. If you're like, the world's a cold place, women are dark and evil, you can't get women. So you're back at square one, at the same place you started that you hate, with no girls. It's not really a solution, right? It's not really a solution. You could be just angry again. Now there's some guys that don't get sucked into it and they're like, yeah, you know, I'll learn from it. And great. These, by the way, everything I mentioned, great resource. Go look into it, tap into it, find out about it, etc. But the idea is not to get sucked down with the negativity, because then you can't find a positive woman. You become that girl on Tinder who says, no fuckboys. If you don't have a job that's successful, I don't want you. I'm university educated. If you message me and I don't message back, don't message me again. If I super liked you, it was by mistake. You become that girl, which you don't want to be. Jaded, bitter, angry. It's not a solution, right? So what is the solution? Give me death or give me dishonor.
Understand both sides of the coin.
Yeah, understand both sides and still try to make progress. Still try to move forward. Understand both sides and try to improve yourself, okay? Understand both sides and make progress. So how do you make progress? How do you learn about these things that are happening and change your life? The idea is two things, okay? Two things, standards, boundaries, and love. It's actually three. Standards, boundaries, and love. That's how you do it. So, listen, women have been taken advantage of too, right? It's not easy for a girl. Some girls have been raped, some girls have been abused, some girls have been taken advantage of. You know, if a girl walks home in a short skirt, like she can get her ass grabbed. That's not fair. Should she be wearing a short skirt? I don't know. Maybe she shouldn't wear the short skirt. But is it fair that she gets her ass grabbed by a stranger? No, that's not fair. That's not fair. I also think it's not fair that women get to wear the short skirts, because I'd love to wear some ball cleavage. I'd love that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of unfair, right? Like, it's like, you see a girl has like hot tits and she's like, just 'cause I have my tits out doesn't mean that I want sex. I'm just like enjoying my body. And I'm like, why can't I have my balls out? Why do I get arrested for having my balls out? I just want to have a little bit of ball cleavage. Just a little bit. I want to enjoy my body. Just because I have my ball cleavage doesn't mean that I'm trying to sexually harass them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's double standards all over the place. It's like when a girl is like fat, it's like she's like voluptuous. When a guy's fat, it's like, ew, dad bod. Or the other one is, you know, if a girl is short, it's like she's petite, right? But if a guy's short, it's what? I would never date a guy under 5'6". He's fucking short. That's called height shaming. So there's like the weird part is you can fat shame a woman, but that's wrong. That's bad to fat shame a woman. That's wrong to shame a woman about her boob size. But it's okay to like shame a guy about his height, because he can't improve his height. He can't go to the gym for his height, but she can go to the gym for fat. All right? Double standards all over the fucking place. You guys think like, that's true, yeah. I go on Tinder and I see that shit pissing me off all the time. I'm like, she's like, no guys under 5'4". And my instant reply is like, how big are your boobs? She's like, you can't ask me that. And I'm like, you're height shaming, I'm gonna boob shame you. And I'm like scoring 1 point for like the invisible like male, like, I don't know, this invisible male like scoreboard in my mind. I'm like, yes, 1 point scored for RSD. She's like, delete, banned, or some shit, right? I don't know, but yeah, like the thing you have to do is you have to improve. You got to improve. That's the thing. So you have to learn, taking the ideas and mentalities, the concept of men getting out of their own way or red pill, taking these ideas, but then at the same time, what you got to do is you got to say, all right, how am I going to apply this in my life? I don't just want to be angry in my corner and bitter. How am I going to apply this in my life? How am I going to get better? So these ideas, let's do a little drawing here, shall we? How's the focus, by the way? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. If you have to see one or see to it, let me know. Or do I need to bring this forward?
I think bring it forward for the second camera.
Okay. So let's say this is you. This is your little bubble. Okay? And here's all your man concepts now. The idea is not just to feel like everybody's attacking you. And you have to like fortify your walls, because otherwise people like take advantage of you and the world life is unfair. Don't just fortify your walls, okay? But that is one part. That is the first part. Step one is fortifying your walls. I would call that getting some boundaries. Just general boundaries in life. So I'll tell you a story. An old story of mine is I picked up this girl a long time ago. I met this girl, got her phone number from somewhere. I think it was online dating. And we went on the first date. It was pretty fucking cool. It was great. I think I fingered her in my car. We made out. It was great. She was really, really attractive, like beautiful black girl. It happened once. And then we made plans for a second date, okay? So now we go for the second date. And I say to her, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm driving my big Mercedes SUV. It's a really nice car at the time. It's like a Mercedes ML350. It was pretty cool back in the day. It's a nice comfortable ride. You know, I decided to dress up in a suit. I say, I'm gonna take you to this great, beautiful bar in Montreal. It's called Big in Japan. Beautiful bar. It's like candlelit. Everybody there is dressed in bow ties. It's like a beautiful place, right? And then I say to her, I'm gonna go pick you up where you live. So she lives across the water. So I had to go across the bridge. It's like 20 minutes to pick her up. As I pick her up, she's on her phone talking to her roommate about something. It's like some roommate drama, okay? And I'm like, okay, cool, handle your business. I totally understand. So we drive from her house now to the bar, which is about a 30-minute drive, okay? Or 20-minute drive. Get to the bar, we sit down, we're at the bar, and she's still on her phone. We're ordering drinks, the waiter's coming, order drinks, still on her phone. And it's like an hour now, she's on her phone. Her roommate's calling her back, she's always on her phone. I'm like, is it something wrong? Is it like some drama? She's like, no, it's just my roommate just wants attention. I go, well, I'm here on a date with you. I'm kind of like, in a weird way, paying for your attention. She's like, if my roommate calls, I'm gonna answer no matter what. If you don't like it, whatever. I was like, damn. All right, so I put down my drink and I go to the bathroom. And I had a moment that was literally like from a movie, where I ran the cold water. And you did the. I had that moment from a movie, like the Who Am I moment. And I was like, man, you gotta go back out there. You gotta like let her know what's up. So I walked back out there, and by the way, I was shaking, like my boots were shaking. I was fucking scared out of my mind, because I'm like, I'm gonna lose this girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've invested so much into her. I picked her up already. I bought these drinks. Like, I invested like hours of time and like $75 of effort at the time, right? I'm like, oh shit. And I wanted her too. So I go back and I'm like, okay, listen, I understand that you need to talk to your roommate. I appreciate that. I understand it's important to you, but being on this date is also important to me. And if you don't really want to be here, you don't respect being here, I can't be here with you. So I paid the bill and I walked out. All right? And about 10 seconds later, she comes running out. Wait, are you mad? Of course I'm mad. Of course I'm mad. She didn't get like, are you mad? I'm like, yeah, of course I'm mad. And I'm like, listen, that's not cool. You can't do that. And I'm like, hey, you need to find a way home. I'm getting out of here. So I left, and she had to like get a taxi home, which probably was like $40. So and then I went on internet and talked about it. and all these other girls were like, yeah, that's right. She's like, I saw that Facebook. Anyways, we never hung out again. But that's having a boundary, right? That's like fortifying yourself a little bit, what you need to do. Another example of a boundary, another story I like to tell, is one time I was in Las Vegas before I became an RC instructor. By the way, how far can I go? To here?
A little bit to the left. Yep.
Okay. So, the other boundary I'll talk about before I became an RC instructor, I was with Max. I was going to this place called Marquee in Las Vegas. And we were in a taxi, okay? And we're in this taxi, and we finally pull up to the stop. It's at the hotel, the club. And the taxi fare was like $7, something very cheap, $7 US. And I decided to give the guy $10, because what I had a $10 bill on me, it's what I had. And the guy takes the $10, he's like, oh. I go, what's wrong? He goes, this is a $3 tip. I go, yeah, I'll give you a $3 tip. It's like, I can't wipe my ass with $3. The gas to get here costs more than $3. And at that point, Max is like, oh shit. He's like, it's about to go down, right? And I'm like, listen, sir, hey, listen, you know what? I would have loved to tip you more, but I didn't have more. So now I can't even give you the tip I wanted to give you. Can I have my receipt? Thank you very much, have a good day. Got out of there, right? And that's another story of boundaries, because like, The boundaries you have for yourself, you gotta implement it. Yeah, the world's trying to attack you, but you're just trying to protect yourself. You try to like own your house. This is a great Under Armour commercial from back in the day. It says, we must protect this house, right? Protect your house, protect your fucking castle, your dynasty, your temple, your building. Protect all that, all right? So that's boundaries. But at the same time, it's not about just having boundaries. It's about having standards for yourself. How are you gonna treat yourself? How are you gonna treat others? So the other part is like having the love. Where's the marker? There it is, the blue. So it's not just about all like these boundaries you have. It's also about this. What are you gonna share? What are you gonna give to other people? What is the love you're gonna give? How are you gonna make other people better? All these girls are like, I'm a feminist, I hate men. How are you gonna make them better? How are you gonna make them love men? How are you gonna treat them better? How do you fuck girls but not fuck them over? Because then he's got to date her. My ex-girlfriend, let's see, there, yeah. My ex-girlfriend, I call her the perfect storm. It was crazy. It was like back like 6 or 7 years ago. She was like a little overweight before I met her, and then she lost like 30 pounds, and she was hot. She kind of didn't know she was hot. So it was like the perfect combination. And then like she was just a great girl, smart, intelligent, did fashion design, and eventually at some point, like, you know, we broke up and she went to London. I'm like, her next boyfriend's gonna be so lucky because I preserved her in like perfect like condition in like mint plastic and just like sent her off into the future, right? So how are you gonna make these girls better? An old pickup thing was like, yo, leave them better than you found them. And I believe that got lost along the way. How you make the girls better than you found them. So with any of these ideas like men's rights or MGTOW, it's like, all right, cool. Be angry, I get it. Get over your pity shit, get over being angry. Get over the world's unfair, nice, great. Get over that really quick. Start thinking about how you make it better for guys and the girls. Imagine I came up here and I was not useful to you. Imagine I came up here and I'm like, my name's Madison, I have some challenges, just like you, but let me talk about my challenges for 3 hours and call that a free tour. Blah, 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 blah. We had no projector and we had to get one from the hotel. And then this thing happened, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then this, oh, and then laundry, you had to do laundry today. You know how hard it is to find laundry, blah, blah, blah. Like you guys like, shut the fuck up. I don't care about your problems. So nobody cares about your problems. Get over your problems real quick. It feels good to like grovel in your problems and complain about it and get other people to pay attention to you because of your problems and like beef with other people, like start beef. You see like some people online, it's like the vegan people versus like the keto people versus like the intermittent fasting people, and like the health stuff, like beef. It's going down, it's beef. Like beef is like a lot of fun because like it gets like you to really like explode your like negativity. You get to like really like live it and get angry about it. You get to like, it's like gangster rap. Like, yeah, my beef, right? But it doesn't help. It doesn't help. So you gotta get over being pity real fast. Think about how you can make other people better. So any girl that I date, right? Any girl that I date, I'm gonna like recommend some great books to her. Before we date, I'm gonna say, hey, you gotta read Attached. Before we date, I'm gonna say, hey, you gotta read Ethical Slut. That's like the advanced book list. The basic is like The Power of Now. It's like start The Power of Now. I had an ex-girlfriend who got to like chapter like 3 of The Power of Now, and she stopped reading it. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna work out. Because she got to chapter 3 of Power of Now, I mean, she can't even like watch her own thoughts, and it's like, it's fucked, right? Think about how you're gonna make these girls better though when you meet them. What are you gonna do to enhance their lives? Are you gonna teach them about cryotherapy? Are you teaching them about saunas, jacuzzis? Are you teaching them about massage, ginger, lemon shots, reishi mushroom? Are you getting them on some good books? Are you gonna bring them to a free tour? Are you gonna show them some RSD videos? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? How are you gonna make the life better? Now, not every girl that you meet, you should let into your life, right? These are like the maybes we're talking about. Some of these maybes, you gotta like put some boundaries around and not let them into your life. Some of these girls are like, should not be there. And one of the mistakes you'll make as a guy in your first 5 years, okay guys? Your first 5 years, your first 3 to 5 years, you will let some girls into this circle that should not be there. You will meet some girls that are bipolar. You will meet some girls that suck your energy dry, that do not motivate you, that do not help you go to the gym, do not help you build a castle or your temple. You meet some girls that like always compare you to her ex-boyfriend, who is perfect. He did everything right. Her ex-boyfriend was like the man, and why can't you be like her ex-boyfriend? She'll compare you to that. Or she'll compare you to some imaginary guy. Why can't you be like Lenny Kravitz? He's so hot. He loves his mother, he plays guitar. He's perfect, he's my dream guy. And she doesn't tag you any pictures online, she tags Lenny Kravitz, right? She compares you to some guy that doesn't exist or some guy in her past. And then she's in your circle, she's in your world, but fucking tears you apart. Gotta let her go. You meet some girls that should not be in the circle. But the important part is when you meet amazing girls, let them in. And the girls who are on the outside, show them some love, man. So, with this whole idea of like boundaries and standards and the rights for yourself as a guy, it's not just about being mad or pissed off or angry, because you might have the right to be. Some girls have the right to be also. Okay? Try to understand that as hard it is for you, the same way you've been shitted on and taken advantage of, and some people have been mean to you, the same way it's been like that for some girls. And they've been taken advantage of, lied to, cheated on, and shit like that. So realize, man, we're just all this big fucking globe together. Life isn't fair for anybody, it's all chaotic, right? Don't try to see people as being right or wrong. See them as just trying to make it through the fucking day. Everybody is trying to do the best they can. When somebody does wrong to you, don't be pissed off. Meet them back with love. Meet them back with standard, okay? Try to make them better. And at least that way, I know you're not gonna get sucked into this negativity, and at least you have a fucking hope and a chance to be a boss one day. All right? Can you a round of applause for that? Thank you. Hey, this is Madison with Real Social Dynamics. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Today is a very special day in history indeed, but also a very special day for you, my friend. Let me tell you why. I've been through lots of challenges and tribulations, and I've worked that into victories and successes. And today I unleash to you Boss. Now, Boss is my life course. Everything I wish I had as a young guy developing and growing up. It's essentially a hero's journey in a box for you to get you not satisfied with the boy that you are and enhance you to the man that you always want to be. Now, Real Social Dynamics, we teach in 75 countries, 165 cities. We taught literally 40 million people online and hundreds of thousands of people face to face, making us the largest deep identity change and personal development dating company in the world. Myself, I've been teaching 3 continents. I've taught thousands of students face to face, and I've taught about 2 million online. Make me very well versed to explain to you exactly what I'm gonna share with you today.
Do you want to?
It's the mustache, All right. So I find her and I decide to put the fake mustache on her as my fun conversation. Again, I'm not opening, I'm starting it if it's already open. I just put the mustache on her face. The power is yours now.
The power? Like the Force?
The power is yours now. The power is yours. The power, like the Force, like Star Wars? Look how beautiful she is. How do you compliment a girl for looking so beautiful? You tell her this. Who's my little Hitler? Who's my little Hitler? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All these like RSD dudes are like, what the fuck? Out of all my little Hitlers, you're my favorite. My favorite. My favorite. Out of all my little Hitlers, you, lady, are my favorite. This is what I think of your regime. This is what I think of your regime. So the mustache falls off because it's like shitty glue. It like falls off onto the floor, and I decided to start stomping on the mustache and saying, this is what I think of your regime. Okay, again, all self-amusement, right? I'm not thinking about getting in the I'm just like self-amusement approach. You obviously failed Hitler school, obviously.
I'm glad. I'm proud of that.
You just step your Hitler game up, bro. Step your Hitler game up. What the fuck is this? Huh?
No, thank you. Why would I ever want to do that?
She sees the extent already of my bad humor, my extreme humor, and she's also going to see the compassionate side of me. She's going to get a full spectrum of my personality from the way I'm communicating. She's going to get a full idea of my bad humor, my compassionate, my loyalty, my ideas about the world. She's going to see all of it. So by the time it's ready to go, she's like, oh yeah, let's go. Come.
Okay.
By the way, these girls aren't drunk if you notice, right? I just want to point that out. These girls are just like stone sober. This is me pulling girls that are sober, not drunk girls that are like, because a drunk girl, drunk girl just spike her emotions, pull. Or a tipsy girl spike emotions at the club, pull. These are sober girls. So it's not just spiking emotions, it's spiking emotions, showing my character, pulling. All right, it's a little bit different. That's why I like this type of game, because that allows me to go in situations where I can get girls and I can date them later on, where I pick up the phone and they're happy to hear me. You ever like get a number, you pick up the phone, you call her, you text her, and the girl's like, hesitant, or she doesn't really want to answer you. These girls are happy to hear me when I call because they've gotten to know me. They feel like they've known me. They've experienced what Madison is all about. They've experienced what type of guy Madison is. And you know you're in heels? And you almost knocked them over. You're the worst person ever. You're totally cheating as well. You're totally cheating. You have heels on.
Are you trying
and you're
to?
like 5'2".
I am 5'2". That was a good guess. That was a very good guess. I guess what else can you get?
What else can I do? I can do a lot of things.
Very appropriate.
So even though I'm telling jokes here, right, about Hitler, about chickpeas, whatever, I'm still man to woman, right? Like, man to woman isn't something you always need to say. You don't be like, yeah, I totally put a little angel in your ultrasound. I do that sometimes. But even as I'm telling the jokes, I'm pulling her in, lifting her up. What do? I do a lot of things. Hug it out. Okay. Hug it out. You protect me, would you?
Yeah, I'll protect you. Don't worry, I got you.
My guardian angel. Got it.
Yeah.
What's the name? What is the name? Do we want to do names? I don't know. Do we want to keep it mysterious?
Let's keep it mysterious.
Yeah. That way, you can't find me for child support.
Oh, I love that. So you just fuck me and then just come to me and get me pregnant? And then go to the
It's a modern 20th century romance, like the Tinder romance, where the guy just hooks up with her. Listen, all those guys that they want to be your boyfriend so badly. I would not even get you a wet rag after. I would even get you a glass of water after.
Hello, bro!
Until now, it's my vibe, the way I'm sharing that energy with her. Okay, I'm emotional with her. It's that. That's how she can tell it's man to woman. Okay, and I'm pulling very close, proximity, a lot of great eye contact. My voice goes down a lot, breaking rapport. So I'm not really worried about the man to woman communication. It's taken care of when I do the right things. What?
So you're inappropriate.
I'm just me. I'm just a regular guy.
So you're not actually from Chicago if you're from the city.
Sorry, what?
You're actually from Chicago?
I'm going there. I'm going there for work. I'm going to stay there
You're not
for.
from there.
No, I've been there a bunch of times. I've been there a bunch of times.
Where are you from?
I was there for the NFL draft. I'm from Canada.
You're Canadian.
Canadian.
Interesting.
Like no lies, bro.
I've been there once.
Also want to point out the boring conversation, how I have it. Listen to my voice. I'm Canadian. Been there once. No lies, bro. We're talking about cities. It's not that cool. Like imagine you ask girls like, oh, where are you from? Oh, like I'm from by Harvard. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You want to go home with me? No? That's cool. Right? It's like, oh, where are you from? Boston. Oh, no way. Oh, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. It's like the whole thing is very animated. I have very boring conversation, animated.
What? You're speaking Canadian now, eh? You know the alphabet. I don't know. Does that come after me? It was nice meeting you. Are you gonna go all the way to G?
Yeah? G H I J.
Does this ever work for you? So that's a yes?
Any good RSC instructor or person that's interesting to listen to, they can tell something in a very animated voice. There's melody in my voice. There's tone in my voice. There is rhythm in my voice. It's loud and it's soft. I play with my voice a little bit so I can make boring conversation interesting. Interesting. It's not even what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. The word interesting. A girl tells you something, you go, oh, interesting. You can go, interesting. You can go, huh, that's it's interesting, right? It's one word, but it's the way you play with the words and the volumes and the rhythms and the tones that make anything you say sound cool. I actually have a video about that online. It's one of my best videos, highly underrated. It says how to make everything you say sound cool. So I'm not really worried about the content. I'm worried about the performance, how it's delivered, the personality behind the content, okay? Like I know right here, like even as I'm showing you guys this video, I know that I have content. I got sick ass content to show you guys. But what I'm concerned about is my personality reaching you guys. My personality, my sharing that personality with you. Today is a very critical moment of your life. There's times in your life right now you are frustrated. You're afraid. You're not really sure why. You probably stay up at night in bed, worrying, stressed out, anxiety. You feel that you're not living up to your potential. When you remember yourself as a child, you were filled with happiness and joy, ambition that you can be anything you wanted to be and have anything you wanted to have. It was your birthright, but somewhere along the line, you lost it. What happened? Now, you don't have the girl that you want. You're not completely satisfied in your career. You don't have the success and relationships with your friends and social circle. Somehow, you've lost your way. The crazy thing is this fear that you have, this hum in the background of your life, it's there and it's eating you up piece by piece. And it's so crazy because you might not even realize it was there until I mentioned it just now. And that's why I had to create Boss for you. I did this for you because I don't want you to have that anymore the same way I experienced it and it tortured me for so long. Boss is a program that's gonna allow you to step face to face with that fear. So you can look at it in the eye like a man and handle it. It's also gonna allow you to never feel alone again because you're not alone. I'm here with you. And I'm gonna help you through this, guiding you, mentoring you, encouraging you, and teaching you all the lessons I wish somebody had taught me. Boss is also gonna allow you to step into your power. We're gonna stop with the boy that you're settling as, and we're gonna encourage you to be the man that you're meant to be, and step into your birthright as a man, and your kingdom as a human being. You wanna go for a walk around here?
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
Okay, let's go for a walk. Explore the area. A lot of guys say, you know, I have LMR. LMR is just a symptom. It's a symptom. The root cause is you didn't floss. The root cause is you didn't run good game. The root cause is you didn't show all aspects of your personality, your character. So when it's time to go, the girl isn't ready. The girl isn't ready to go with you. My pull here is, wanna go for a walk? Yeah. End the conversation. That's it.
Your water?
I got it in my pocket. Thanks. I like.
Are we going to the actual water?
Yeah, the actual water. There's like so many people at the ocean here. It's crazy.
It's
You wanna go to Lighthouse? Lighthouse. Boathouse, or whatever the fuck that is.
You think you can break it?
I think I can. I think I can do anything I put my mind to.
Because you're a motivational speaker?
Yeah. Maybe. You're sexy as fuck. I wanted you the first second I saw you. Clearly I said that.
You did say that.
Boss is this, the expression of inner game. You have inner game, but it's not where you want it to be yet. Why is inner game so important? Well, once you have great inner game and you are able to express it, all of your outer game and technique is taken care of. When you have the right emotional answer to every single situation, you respond accurately to that situation, effortlessly and in timing. Boss is going to allow you to understand that awareness impacts yourself, your advancement as a person, and your relationships with others. We're also going to talk about in-field. I'm going to have complete breakdowns from open all the way to the close. I'm going to give you a worldwide golden ticket to my hot seat transformational experience, which has rave reviews, and I have guys sometimes crying tears of joy because they're so happy about that program. I'm also gonna give you 20 hours of content and extra bonus infield, breaking down every single thing I do in a pickup from start to finish, so it's easily repeatable and relatable. On top of that, I'm gonna give you my sticking point encyclopedia. So if you're a newbie, you have sticking points. If you're advanced, you have sticking points, maybe a little bit less. But the sticking point encyclopedia is gonna never make you wonder how to solve the sticking point you have again. All of this content is ready and available to you immediately. If you're a beginner, I want you to understand that Boss absolutely is for you. I made it with you in mind. As a young guy, I didn't have the rite of passage, so I want to give you that rite of passage from boyhood to manhood. I also want to lay down an incredible foundation for you so you can build upon it, build your superstructure of success. Most importantly, I'm giving you a puzzle outline. So every single piece of information and knowledge that you have on your journey makes sense in the big picture. If you are intermediate, you have your wheels spinning, right? You're in intermediate purgatory, as we call it, and you're frustrated as fuck. It pisses you off because some nights you're consistent, some nights you're the dawn, and other nights you are the chump. So let me tell you, we're gonna work on your consistency. We're also gonna tap into your primal instincts and figure out what it is to be a man so you respond automatically and effortlessly every single time. Now, if you're advanced, you're already probably getting a few girls. That's amazing, that's commendable, but you're not completely satisfied. We wanna take that to the next level so you get the quality woman that you want. Girls that you wanna post photos of or send home to mom.
So what do you do in life and shit? What do you do for life?
For life, I study pre-med biology.
Okay, that's decent. And so at least you're not an artist in California or an actor. Are you an actor?
I'm not an actor.
Good, good.
Are you?
Of course not, no. Of course not, no. No, I do public speaking.
Oh, really? For what? What do you?
Like motivational speaking.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I teach guys who are little short Asian guys how to talk to cute blonde girls.
Really? I was a debater and I did mock trials.
A debater?
Yeah.
Mock trials, those are pretty fun. Those are pretty fun. Okay, so step your game up because you got a car outside waiting for you.
Yeah.
So you gotta act fast.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, my dad just called.
Be like, hi dad, I met my future ex-winter boyfriend. It was pretty cool.
Give me because I'm on 1%.
Okay, you trying to number close me? That's happening now?
Yes.
Okay, Madison, M-A-D-I-S-O-N. You have to call it because I don't pick up numbers that I don't recognize. Well, yeah, and, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah.
I want to reignite your ambition. I want to spark your creativity. I want to put that energy and belief back into yourself so you can step up to those dreams and now fucking crush it, all right? Think of this, all the limiting patterns you have. Right now, we're gonna smash through them like a sledgehammer swung by the Incredible Hulk. Boss is designed to give you the primal instincts that you always had as a man that have been suppressed. Unleash your emotional intelligence so you have supreme awareness and IQ, not just for yourself, but for others. I also want to take your fashion intelligence to a next level so women are automatically attracted to you when you have that amazing expression. I want to install honor in you so you connect with your ancestors and the men of the past and claim your birthright as a human being. Then I want to unshackle you from the chains of social conditioning that are holding you back and allowing you to not break free of the jail of your mind. I want you to run free in freedom. Also, you're gonna have that lifestyle that you finally always wanted and dreamed of. The ones you saw in the magazines, the ones you envy, the ones that the cool kids had. That's gonna be yours with rich, powerful, successful, elite, and gorgeous quality women on the inside and the outside. Imagine your relationships expanding to all that they could be, all that they should be, and all you ever wanted. Not only do we add man the fuck up missions so you can exercise everything that you're learning in Boss, but I also want to add something special and include unique experiences. These are like longer field missions that are designed to stretch you emotionally in your comfort zone and really deep dive, install all the new lessons you've learned in Boss on a cellular level to transform your identity and who you are. So Boss is for you if you grew up a mama's boy, if you grew up shy or introverted or just felt not deserving, if you're passionate about making a change in your life, you have a lot of anxiety and fear and sadness and not worthiness, this is the adventure and the quest for you. Boss is not for you if you're content. If you're just content, if you wake up every morning and you're content. It's not for you if you're the type of person that wants to look back at your life at 80 years old and say, hey, I'm okay with the option of not taking action. I don't regret it at all. The real question is, do they taste like seeds?
Yes, obviously.
Oh, you're crazy. Don't you know I'm trying to fit in with all these cool white people?
Yeah, you're fitting in great.
I'm what?
You're doing great.
Thank you. This is for you. If you want to reclaim your power as a man that you somehow lost. This is for you if you're that guy that when you look in the mirror in the morning and you look back at your own sad, neutered eyes, you feel that something is wrong. This is for you if you want to step into your birthright and have that gorgeous woman, have that career, have the relationships, and have that success. You literally have a choice. There's a road coming up, and there's the fork in the middle of that road. You can either go back to what you've always done, what you've always known, what you've always been disappointed with, or you can make a decision to step into the unknown. I know it's going to be a little scary because it's foreign, but the end result is worth it, and your future self is going to thank you. Imagine yourself 1 week from now waking up revigorated, vitalized, and just fresh, tingling with that male energy. Imagine yourself in a month from now, the girl of your dreams, calling you back instead of you calling her. Imagine yourself with that career advancement you always wanted, that success and doubling, maybe even tripling your income. Imagine yourself with new friends, entrepreneurs, successful people, and you're bringing your old friends up with you to enjoy it, completely polishing it off and finishing that lifestyle that we always dreamed of.
You know what? It was very special meeting you 5 minutes ago.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, it was quite the experience, but you know,
I'm sorry, don't come between us. This is really special what we have going.
I get
know
it.
you have a really big night ahead of you.
Are you talking to him or me?
You, but like me and him have something going on right now.
Love it.
Don't cheat on me, Kay?
This is my roommate, and I feel like we would be best friends.
all three of us, we would all become one best friend.
One happy family.
One organism.
I'm not kidding.
Why? Because of what I do?
And just how he is as a man.
A light, shine a little light on her.
Is anyone fucking normal here? Can someone take me home?
I will get in the cab with you guys.
Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right now, you have a decision to make. That decision is very simple. You can go on feeling those anxieties, those pressures, those insecurities that you feel at the moment. Or you can step into advancement, step into the future, and think about reaching for the possibilities of what you want, what you can have, and what's waiting for you. Now, it's so close. It's so close you can taste it. You can almost smell it. But if you don't take action, that won't happen. This is not about me. This is a story of you, the story of your life. I made Boss for you, and your success is my success. I have no success unless you have success. So what I want you to do, if you haven't already, is click the link down below. Do it right now. Take action, speed of implementation. Click that link down below, all right? And I want to see you at the winner's circle. I want to see you at the top. I have a dream that a nation of bosses will rise up. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all boys can be equal as men. I have a dream that girls will not judge you by your outer game, but by the content of your character. Let freedom ring so you step up to all that you're entitled to be. Let freedom ring so you can step into your possibilities of future. Most importantly, let freedom ring so you can step into your birthright as the fucking man.